The Gnomes. Oh, he just got gnomed. Okay, the first one that actually has additional things to pop up. Nice. Yeah, the Halloween franchise wasn't small for that one. I mean, that was just pure. A lot of things just being directed by the studio, and not the actual director themselves, because they wanted to do something different. The studio and how much like Michael Myers was like beloved, and yeah, and then reboots and remakes and all that stuff, and yeah, it happens. Once it's out the creator's hands, it can go down the rabbit hole of who has control over it, who has the rights over it, who can decide what to do with it. And yeah, you can see how with Halloween how that shit goes crazy. Euclid. Each instance of SCP-1956 is to be contained in an individual standard humanoid containment chamber. Each instance of SCP-1956 is to be fed standard rations daily. Personnel tasked with interviewing SCP-1956 must read Sheet-A Legomian, which contains SCP-1956 partially translated language. Small items such as culinary mushrooms and cheese may be given if good behavior is maintained. SCP-1956 is the collective designation of 53 humanoid beings measuring approximately 3.8 meters in height and 8 kilograms on average. They vaguely resemble human infants with striped clothes of varying appearance covering the entire bodies except for the faces. Testing has revealed these clothes are actually part of their bodies. Even though they possess a varying number of tentacle-like appendages on their heads, they have the same physiological needs as human beings. SCP-1956 are capable of telepathic communication and changing their body structure to generate new limbs. Okay. They're also capable of swallowing objects that should not fit inside them. We had a whole SCP before about a person eating stuff that should not be eaten, so we're not surprised. The means through which they achieved these are still being researched. These abilities assist them in the characteristic performances which involve musical numbers and acrobatic stunts simultaneously. See video log 17. Dashron are gasoline-powered robots used by instances of SCP-1956 to play music. They resemble arthropod-like versions of common musical instruments as well as unidentifiable versions. They seem to possess a rudimentary intelligence and refuse to be played by anyone other than instances of SCP-1956. Addendum 1. Promotional material of SCP-1956 performance. So here we go, -1. Oh, it's Herman Fuller again. We just had him last week. The goddamn circus. Herman Fuller's Circus of the Disquieting proudly presents the musician Gnomes of Lagomia. Come see wondrous critters with living musical instruments, death-defying stunts, and spectacular musical talent for 2 days only. This Friday at Redacted County Fairgrounds. Addendum 2, video log 17. Okay, 0 minutes, 0 seconds. Instances crawl and jump around the walls, grabbing the bugs with their head tentacles and slowly swallowing them. The bugs thrash around as they do so. Well, we had stomach bugs. Maybe that's the reason why they can eat stuff that they're not supposed to eat, because they eat the stomach bugs. 38 seconds. Instances chew and regurgitate the bugs, now transformed into musical instruments. They bite the instruments so they don't escape. Okay. 45 seconds, instances start playing. Some start to ride their winged instruments and fly around the stage, often in erratic angles and very closely to the audience. They finish by colliding with each other. After falling, they break their bones and then move them back into the original position without showing any signs of pain. I'm not sure if I saw this in the circus, I'd kind of be like, is this legal? Tiny bay telepathic limb growing claw flesh creatures nice baby. Yeah, that basically shows. Yeah. Basically that. 3 minutes 30 seconds. Several instances climb on top of each other and combine multiple keyboards into a ring. 3 other instances climb into it and start tap dancing to play music as the others spin the ring-shaped keyboard. After several minutes, they spin it so fast the instances inside the ring combine into a single deformed body. They keep playing for several more minutes despite signs of extreme discomfort. After the end, the deformed instances lift a guitar above the head and then swing it down with extreme force, crushing them and part of the ground. They crawl out of the debris, now separated. It's a hermaphroditic creature, yes. 6 minutes 32 seconds, instances climb on top of each other to form a pyramid-like shape. At the top are 2 instances balancing themselves on top of beetle-like instruments. The instances below start spinning and playing as the ones on top try to push each other off into the ground below. The music climaxes as the instances on top jump into the air and hit each other, causing the instruments to break into the components which fly toward the audience faces while on fire. Before they can hit, the instances grab them with the head tentacle and then swallow them. And 8 minutes 30 seconds performance ends. End log, addendum 3, interview log. Interviewed -17 identified as Wally Odem Zipdok. Interviewer, agent forward. Due to the incomplete translation of Lagomian, the meanings of some words are estimation. -17, can you tell us more about your home? From Lagom, big place bigger than this, stone clouds woven together. Yeah, right, with Amelia, with the tiger, yeah, dude, that shit's fucked up. That was fucked up. Please elaborate. Wait, please elaborate. Lagom has unknown, Kusumi, rock and metal combined, and we cultivate unknown ulikos, a unknown uliken of glowing plants to light the places where there are no lights. Dark almost everywhere. Before Kusumi and ulikos, we were alone and could not travel far. Scared to think of this. Zulims, glad not born back then. Isn't there ground below? What? Ground empty. Funny to look at sometimes. Makes head hurt. Others live there, they say, but I don't believe. Nothing to touch, everyone know. That funny talk, I say. Please tell me more about your species. Before I do that, let me check the... give them a childish voice. I feel like it would fit them. It would fit them. But I also like the idea of this little guy just having the deepest, bassiest voice ever. We are young. Father Protector used to say, many older things out there. We have many colors and stripes around. Not just these two. Like kind of like the baby from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Like, it was like, and then something like, hey dudes. Hey, how's it going? Where the hell am I going? Dog, almost always so we play music, dance and sing. We don't live more than 10 Hisolims, many monsters around, so we have many brothers. But we are smart, we build traps and study monsters, then build monsters that work for us. They are called Harsakumlubox. And some help us play better music. How did you arrive here? What if they have children and they're just normal humans? Then I think it would have said that. And this is one of the gnomes. But yeah, maybe they could have normal children. Who knows? Oh, complicated. We don't know everything, but here goes. We received a visit from a group of you on Mar Hubum Hirsulum. But this was not new. You dull guys visited us before, just to hear us play and see our stunts. They came from these holes and doors that led to a place full of books. But we don't know how to go there. The new visitors said they were artists and musicians, a circus. They brought weird animals and toys with them. More tall guys, but all very different. One was very scary. He had an upside down face. They brought much food and drinks too, to have this big party before the bed with us. You can play that with Win 1. Because I still have 3 more to read. I have one guy before that joined here, was trying to play guess the SCP, but then like it was all SCPs I didn't know. And yeah. No offense to you, my man. Like it's like at the end, like, and I understand that you would like that it's a fun thing to play, but reading 10 SCPs and then doing that, I will keep it in series. Like I understand, but like I still have 3 more to read, and I don't know how long they are. What was that? It was, oh yeah, here. What was the bet? We had competition to see the best artists, but this time they did not want metal or Hasagumla box, the one me and the others you have here. It was best out of 3, like Nakalum said. First it was best music part. We won. You should saw it. Fuller has had very bad music, very funny. Then came the dancers, and Fuller brought these tall guys made of wood with strings on them, and they won. On the last part there was cooking, and the food was so very good. I'm sorry, I should not talk like that. I know they did not play fair. Only way. The best on his French stomach bug is like oh, I'll show you. I will show you best artist. Did your leaders agree with letting the circus take you? Yes, they did. After all, they won all that cheese, mushrooms, and awesome gumla box we never saw before. Can you believe that? Fuller won, and he had still the courage to offer them more, as if it were not enough. Thank you. This is enough for the interview. Wait, you tall guys in white are very smart. We heard you talking about the holes and doors those tall guys with the books could make. Do you think you make some for us so we can go back? We miss our families and our home. We'll give you anything. And we'll see what we can do. Which is translation to like, nah. We're not gonna do that for you. You're stuck. You will not go anywhere. Yeah, I mean, it's Herman Fuller. Herman Fuller has not been nice to any of the SCP that they have in the circus, and then the Foundation doesn't do much better. I mean, except with, I guess, with the tiger. Technically, they're not doing anything bad there, but yeah. Any SCP that comes from the Herman Fuller circus, they just kind of like, yeah, no, a time that sucked. we didn't like it. But it was the only way to make money, you know, the only way to live.